Yeah. So you see, we have some friends that will log in. I don't know how many of them today, but let's start our class then. Mm. Mm. It's too small. Mm. Sam, can you see?
Oh, yeah, I can see.
Can you see?
King Sarah Sankabodi,
Yeah.
one of the more dramatic examples of the ideal of generosity can be found in the Sri Lankan tale of the historical Siri Sankabodi, a king who lived in the 4th century. After ruling Sri Lanka as a paragon of royal virtue, he learned that his evil treasurer had gathered an army to overthrow him. So he abdicated his throne and became a wandering recluse. The ex-treasurer, who was now king, feared that Siri Sangabo's continuing popularity would cause the people to rise up, and he put a price on the former monarch's head. Not long after this, a poor man wandering in the forest encountered Siri Sangavoti. He insisted on sharing his food with the former king, who rejoiced when he heard about the price on his head, for it meant that he would be able to fulfill both the perfection of generosity and to repay the man for sharing his lunch. He insisted that the man should take his head to the king and receive the bounty. When the man hesitated, Siri Sangabodi decapitated himself. A famous Buddhist temple was later constructed at the reputed site of this event, and the story of Siri Sankavoti, the king who was willing to donate his own head, became a popular ideal of Buddhist generosity.
Mm. Yeah. Hi, can you turn on the cam? What's the name, please? Yeah. Can I hear you yet?
Hi, hello. I'm Charisse.
You're welcome. You live in Atlantic City, right?
I live in Absecon.
Abiscan, okay. Yeah. Well,
Mhm.
we have friends around. You see the table there? Oh, sorry. Up here. Yeah. You see can you see
No,
can you see on here?
I don't see anyone else. Oh, I see.
You see that?
Okay.
Say around the table. You can see that.
No,
Oh, you see us sitting around the table?
I see you.
She might need gallery view.
Oh, yeah, it might be like a thing on her.
What is that?
Zoom.
Yeah, it must be like a thing on her Zoom.
Oh, okay.
Like the setting.
You only see me?
Yes.
You cannot see the other one?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Gallery view, you said, Nia?
Yeah, gallery.
Mm. We can
It's in the upper left corner if you're on a computer.
yeah. Click on the gallery. The second one, the second on the upper right, instead of speaker.
Oh.
Right there. You see now
Mm.
on the gallery.
No, I don't see it. I'm sorry. I don't use Zoom a lot, but let me see. Would it be under meeting settings?
No. On the upper right. On the upper right view. You see the view? See the view upper right. You have
Yeah, mine's
you have speaker,
yeah,
gallery, immersive. You see that?
no.
Right.
Yeah, it just on my right it just says leave.
Okay, that's okay. All right. You can if that's the case, you can hear their voice. All right, let's go.
Okay.
So
Should I put it on mute?
no, you keep it.
Okay. Okay.
You see my screen now, the reading now?
Yes.
Oh, good. So Sam, please summarize what's about.
Well, it's the story about a king who was a good king. When he found out the treasurer wanted to overthrow him, he just gave up being a king and became like a monk in the woods. And when a random man offered him food, he and told him that the new king, the treasurer, had put a price on his head. He was like, "Oh, well, to repay you for giving me food, I'll just give you my head so you can become rich," like as a selfless generosity.
But that's easy, right? Can you hear? Not easy. This is just so idealistic, huh? Yeah, not easy.
Really hard.
Mhm. It's so strange, right? So strange idea, right? Yeah.
He's very skilled.
Can you hear?
I
Can you?
see everyone now.
Good. Yeah. Can you type your name one more times on the chat? You know how?
Um,
Your name, please.
oh, like okay, yes.
This yeah.
Oh.
Can you read this?
However much the Buddhist teachings seem to focus on the cultivation of inner states of consciousness, Buddhism has also highlighted the importance of place. It is noteworthy that the scriptural accounts of the Buddha's last days include explicit instructions for the construction of monuments to house his relics and a recommendation that his followers undertake pilgrimages to 4 places associated with key events in his life. According to the account of the Buddha's final days, he described the places associated with his birth, enlightenment, first teaching, and death as sites worthy of being seen by monks, nuns, and lay people because they evoked powerful emotion in those who visited them. Moreover, he stated that those who die with a serene, joyful heart while traveling to these places are assured rebirth in a blissful heavenly realm. These texts thus explicitly link the inner experience of Buddhists with an exterior sacred geography. And if the initial list of sacred sites was limited to just a few places marked by the Buddhist presence during his lifetime, the outward dissemination of his relics made possible an expanding network of sacred centers throughout the Buddhist world. At the same time, the number of important sites associated with the life of the Buddha in North India also expanded, thus facilitating the development of a detailed Buddha biography.
It's easy.
Do you know where the 4 sites are?
Yeah, we show you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's saying that sort of as a pilgrimage to visit those 4 places of his birth, where he was enlightened, where he first taught, and his death. So I think his birth, then his enlightenment, his first teaching was like 7 weeks later.
Yeah.
Right? And then it was it 45 years?
Yeah, he taught for 5 years.
And then he died of food poisoning.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me share with you the yeah.
Dysentery. Food poisoning. No, he knew the food was poison. Bad pork, I think. He knew it was poison and he ate it anyways.
Yeah,
He made sure nobody else ate it.
he got to 80 and he was getting old anyway. But there was a way he could have lived longer. But I guess he was kind of just like 80 is a good stopping point.
After all these lifetimes, I'm ready to.
Yeah.
So these are the 4. This first place, this Lumbini in Nepal now, or before this India, but now it's Nepal. This is the place where he was born. This is where he attended enlightenment, Bodhigaya. He sat under the Bodhi tree. Yeah, that's Bodhigaya, where he. Yeah, Sanath, this is where he first gave the teaching. This is where he passed away. These are 4 places. Let the map. Hmm. Oh, okay, right here. Can see it. Can you see it?
Oh,
Illuminate here. It's so small. Hmm. Let's see how to see. Hmm. All right, yeah. Okay, right here. This one here. Can you see here? Illuminate here.
mhm.
Written the
Mhm.
Bodhigaya is where he attended enlightenment. Sanat, where he first gave the teaching. Kushina, where he passed away. So this is the four red dots of the northern part of India right here. Yeah, he gave that kind of encouragement for Buddhist people to visit, like the Mecca and so forth. Okay. Yeah. All right.
How many temples have his remains in them,
In India,
just in the world? Many,
house.
really? Oh, okay.
Here in Louisville, we have, I think, around this area, around about 3 or 4.
Really?
Mhm.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah. So
With relics?
no, the temple.
Oh, that's
The
what she was
main
asking, ones that have
temple.
relics in them.
No relic. Yeah, so we have 2 Vietnamese temple nearby here, one Burmese and one Tibetan,
Mhm.
another one out there. I mean, out of Louisville, Vietnamese one. Louisville again alone,
Mm.
and we have in Ohio, Indiana, Tennessee, and so forth. Yeah, and so it is very diverse.
I was just reading how he had instructions upon his death
Mhm.
to cremate him, and then what to do with his
Relic.
remains
Mhm.
to put them in temples.
Not put in temple at first, but after he passed away, so 8 kings they fought for the whole things, for the whole Buddha relic, but somehow there's one Brahmin monk step out and divide a portion. And later on, King Ashoka, who unified India, and so
Mhm.
he collect everything and dispersed everywhere into many small relics, and
Okay.
he sent 9 Buddhist delegation to different countries in the 3rd century BC.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably you may not know about Buddhist relic, right? You heard about that? No. You saw over there, right? Tell me, you said you saw any Buddha relic at the Tibetan Center?
No,
They don't show.
I haven't seen any.
Okay, let me share with you. So here. Right here. See that? There's all kind of relics from his hair, his bone, his teeth, it's everywhere. This is one of his finger, the one of his finger in China, and another one in one of his teeth in Sri Lanka. So this is considered as the national treasury.
Oh, okay.
They bring out to display in the public once per year in Sri Lanka. Here with a tooth relics right here. See, as this is very popular in Sri Lanka, and they bring out this is the temple, and so they bring out once per year. Yes, from time to time, the Tibetan Buddhist monks, when they go to the tour, they carry Buddha relic, the holy monks relic, and so forth. The tour out. It's once in a while, not every year. Yeah,
They have it there at the Tibetan Center?
I think so. Yeah, in every form. Okay. All right. So We take turn to read. You like to? You mind to read next one? Yeah, this one here. The earliest documents.
The earliest documented Buddhist pilgrim was the 3rd century BCE Indian emperor Ashoka, who memorialized his pilgrimage to Lumbini, the Buddha's birthplace, with an inscribed pillar. Legendary accounts of Ashoka's life also record that he divided up the Buddha's relics and enshrined them in 84,000 stupas throughout his realm. These accounts greatly influenced later generations of Buddhist kings who sought to emulate Ashoka by building stupas and visiting sacred sites.
That's okay. You can stop. So here, this is the 3rd century BC, when this can unify India. Let me show you here. Here.
I did hear that, because people downtown had to do it in the stupa.
Yeah. They make it right here. See. So after he unified India, so he put all kind of stupa. And he right here he erect this type of pillar and everywhere around that around India, and on those pillar he inspired the word right here. This is more clear here. Yes, he inspires some of the word here, especially this one is what they call Sanchi era. So
So
Yeah.
you say there's a Buddhist stupa downtown?
Yeah, it's right across the street from Presentation Academy on 4th Street. It's
Oh,
on Slaughter University's campus.
Mhm.
2019, but it's always open. They have a labyrinth that they just put it to, like a walking labyrinth,
okay,
and it brings the volleyball and the concert together, so it represents. It's
Okay.
really neat. I mean, it's always open.
Right here.
You can always go down.
this one here.
Walked down there, I walked straight to it on accident.
Right here.
I used to go to Spalding. Yeah, I saw that and I walked
Mhm.
around and there was a Buddha inside and I was like, wow.
There's all kinds of stuff inside, like it's filled with prayers and
Oh, wow.
the relics and.
So they
all
put
kinds of different people.
they allow people to walk into that stupa or no?
No, just around it, just outside.
I put around.
Yeah, but it's a ladder, you know, like a walk
Uh-huh.
on the other side, on the back side of it now.
Oh,
And then
okay.
they brought a cross in, I think it was from the cathedral, the cross on the other side of the.
Oh, neat.
So you all it together, and then if you look around when you're there, there's like churches all around it, so you see crosses everywhere in the sky, so,
Mm.
and airplanes, it's always fun, it's very noisy. Police siren.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's just the
Neat.
I wanna go there sometime soon.
So again, he collect that a portion and divide into 84,000. Doesn't mean that one from 1 to 84,000. 84,000 is many. Yeah, it's not from 1 to 84,000. There's many pieces, and he put in the treasure box because this is so valuable. It's so holy
Yeah.
for them to store time even nowadays too. So he passed along everywhere in India, and also he sent 9 Buddhist delegation to different countries to spread the Buddha teaching and the relic too. So here. That's him. And all right here, see this? So he sent those delegation to different countries, even to the Eastern Europe too. So that's why somehow Buddhism is like the first missionary religion in the world, early the 3rd century BC.
Some
He
of
has
those,
an idea.
this is the spread during the 3rd century BC.
Yeah.
Some of those Ashoka pillars actually have Greek Greek writing on them, because they have like all kinds of different languages. He wrote like the declarations in a bunch of different languages, and one of them is Greek.
Yeah. Very good pillar. See that here, how they inspire. It still survive up to now, more than 2000, 2300 year already, but still there. Yeah, otherwise if it's wooden, it would be
Yeah, what about?
collapsed already, right? But
Yeah.
they still survive right now. If you go there, you still see that.
That's amazing.
Sam, the children that I mean the Indian children on
Mhm.
Friday, Saturday, they live nearby that area. Nearby is one of the area.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So see that here? Even it's broken here. See the wood here? They say the brackets, one of the classical Indian language during those times. Right here. Okay, so let's next one. So that's what they call the stupa. You understand the stupa now? You understand stupa? Let me type one more time to make sure you understand. Buddhist stupa. Right here, you see, like the dome side. Dome side, they keep the Buddha relic, the holy monk relic, and if the Tibetan stupa is work the same way.
Yeah, and they put all kinds of stuff in it, at the bottom layer, cause I asked him like, what's in it? Cause I thought it was just relics that would be in it. And he was like, oh, there's everything, and there's guns and needles and not, I'm like, what?
Needles.
Yeah, and so the bottom level has like all the negative stuff, we have a couple guns, used needles, syringes, junk food, calls from homeless people. And then it builds up, and at the top is the relics. You can look, there's a website,
Oh, really?
it shows you everything that's on the inside, it shows pictures of them putting together, you can see like the guns in front laying.
So people poke around that, or they poke at that time only.
They put it in there, it's in the stupa, so that's.
They seal it. They seal it.
Yeah,
Can you see through?
no,
Wow.
that's because you should need to put pictures and stuff, because nobody knows what's in there.
What's in
you know,
there? Okay.
But I guess people might try to break into it, they never.
Okay.
Right.
But yeah, there's a website that you can look up and it shows you
Yeah.
different things, bunch of prayer books.
Yeah. Hi, Cherry. Is that right, Cherry? Right?
Yes,
Can you follow us? Can you follow our conversation?
yes.
We just take turn to read and we share the idea. Okay. Yeah. You have any question about this thing?
Not yet.
Okay. So again, you see that at first this is a dome, right? And later on, this is decorated in different way. And Buddhist right here, Buddhist stupa around the world. There's many type of stupa. See it here. So this is the Indian one, the Burmese one. This is the Burmese one, and this is the Indonesia one. You saw this one, right, Miss Kristen? You been there? This is not. Yeah, and this is Thai one. It's Thai. Yeah.
And that's a Nepal one or Tibet,
This one
the
here,
white one,
the white one here. Yeah.
the top left.
This
that
one. This one. Yeah,
That's
probably.
what the
Yeah.
one downtown looks like.
Yeah, the Tibetan style.
Each layer has a different meaning, like each part of it has special meaning.
Here's the Bodhigaya. That's the during his time he built us. The Chinese one is different. Chinese one is different. Here, see the Chinese stupa right here. See, Vietnamese one is the same. The Buddhist Chinese stupa. Chinese Buddhist stupa.
That one in the middle, is that like China, or is that supposed to be the?
Yeah, this one, see here, the stupa here.
Mhm.
When it went spread to China, it's a little bit different. And this is the Chinese one here.
That's super-
Huh?
The pattern. That's a super.
Which one?
That's a super. It's a super.
Which one is that?
The top right, the pagoda.
This one?
Yeah, that's the same as a super.
Yeah, the Chinese one, the Chinese style. The Chinese, Vietnamese, Japan, and Korea is similar.
And do they put relics in it? Is it the same?
Usually they put relic and also they put the sutra too.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah. This is there. You see that? This is a bit different. That's the Chinese one here, and the Japanese one is a bit different. Probably this one is Japanese one here. You see this? The Japanese one in Chinese. So it's similar but in different style. Right here, Japanese one. So, anyway, so that is too bad there. Okay, let's see here. Sherry, you want to read? You like to read?
Yeah, I can read.
Yeah, please.
Okay, right there where it says there are also written, that one?
Yeah, please.
Okay. There are also written accounts detailing the heroic journeys of Chinese Buddhists moved to the motherland of their adopted religion. The earliest of these, hope I pronounce it right, Faxian left China in 39 CE and traveled to the southern branch of the Silk Road through Central Asia to northern India. His accounts describes his visits to the many sacred sites then associated with the life of the Buddha and the numerous stupas that local traditions trace back to the Emperor Ahsoka. Okay. Faxian made his way back to China by ship with visits to Sri Lanka and Java, finally reaching his homeland 15 years later after he had left it. He returned with a precious cargo, authentic Buddhist texts, including a complete Vinaya.
Yeah.
Okay, the code of monastic discipline later. Pilgrims continued this practice by journeying to India and returning with sacred scriptures and relics, helping to establish the foundations of an increasingly vigorous Chinese Buddhist tradition.
You follow? That's okay. Yes, you follow.
Okay, go on. So as Buddhism spread throughout Asia.
No, you don't need that, I mean that you understand the passage get read?
Yes.
Yeah, so he's one of the earliest monk from China. He traveled from China by foot to India. Before either they travel by horse, right? By carriage, or by foot, not by airplane, by car. Right now, they take a lot of time for them. So it for him it took 15 years for him to go to India and back to China to bring. No, that's different. He's more early. He's the early one. Okay. Shenzhen is about I think 8 or 9. No, probably 7, 8th century later on. Not him. Yeah, here Parsan. Purple map. That's him. This is the map that he traveled around. Let's see the monk. Let's see him. They draw the map. Parsan. Let's see him. See China. Let's see here. Probably this one is clear. So he start from here. So he move around here. That took him 15 years. Yeah, and later on the famous one. You heard about the story, the Monkey King?
Yes, I love the Monkey King.
Yeah, that's just that's the fiction. Then trying to map. So he actual figure that travel from China, right, and went around India and came back to here. It took him 18 years, and he one of the famous Chinese Buddhist monk who went to India and took a Buddhist textbook back to China. Huh? Yeah, basically he walked. He walked by foot, or sometimes he rode by horse, so forth. But
So
yeah.
the Monkey King is based on Yuan Zhang.
But that's what with the Monkey King. This is it's a fictionary story, not a real
Yeah.
one, not a real one.
Yeah, and the character of the monkey
Character
king,
is just fictionary.
he's like his assistant in the story, not the.
The Star.
No.
No.
I've seen two different little shows about it. I just
Oh,
think it's
really?
charming. It's cute.
Yeah, well, in the story, the fictional version of Monkey is more popular, so he overshadows the story a little
Oh,
bit.
I
But
see.
yeah,
Actually, that invent wrote by a Taoist man. Yeah, but actually it's still famous in the East. Yeah, but like you say, this story, I mean, the fictionary story overshadowed the real one, the historical one. Yeah. So here,
Zhuang Zhang, he like took like a really accurate journal whenever he went, and so like archaeologists like centuries and centuries later like use his journals to figure out where like a bunch of stuff that he wrote about was, and it was like all super accurate.
yeah, because India somehow they didn't write that much their own history.
They also got invaded a bunch.
But later on they just start. But in the past they didn't write much about their own history. So now they base on his record, his travel records, to recognize all the Buddhist holy sites around India in those times. This is one here. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's move back here. So again, so the patient, right? He traveled inland first, and he traveled by sea and make a big turn, right? Big circle. Yeah, to go back to into China. And actually, the story, this funny story related to him. Patient. Yeah, it's funny story that on the way back to China, somehow he carried a lot of Buddhist sutra, and somehow there was a hurricane on his trip, right, on the sea. So somehow they say that at first they threw down or heavy stuff so that the boat could be, or the ship could be safe, won't be capsized. So, but somehow the ship is still shaking. So finally, they threw some of Buddhist books down on the ocean, and even they want to pass him down to the ocean too. But the other people on the ship, they say, well, if you threw this monk to the ocean, when you get to China, the emperor will execute you, because in those times they really respect the Chinese monk. Yeah, so that's why they didn't dare to throw him to the ocean. So that's why he could get back to China safely. Yeah. So that's just, yeah, that's just his route here. Yeah, from inland he went around here. It's pretty long journey for the whole road. Okay. Yeah, 15 years, not too long. All right, so next one here. So that's why actually some of them went to India before him too, but they're not I mean that they will not record in history yet. But some of them went before him, but they're not famous. All right. So what's your name, please? Can you read?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
As Buddhism spread throughout Asia, new pilgrimage sites were identified and became the focus of popular devotion, including sacred mountains, see sidebar left. Whatever the particulars of the individual destinations, a number of common ideals and practices are shared by pilgrims throughout the Buddhist world. Pilgrimage is widely regarded as highly meritorious.
Well, this was film. Remember we show review clips that they bow down the route for the whole body, right? This one here, yeah. Yeah, you can read this, yeah.
Provided that one participates with the proper intention and mental disposition. Buddhist pilgrims often wear special clothing and observe distinctive conventions of speech and behavior along the route. Fasting or special attention to maintaining mental and physical purity is often undertaken. Pilgrims sometimes make special vows to the local gods and spirits residing at pilgrimage sites in the hope of a wide variety of mundane benefits. Clockwise circumambulation in which the pilgrim keeps his or her right side facing the object of veneration is also commonly practiced. Some Tibetan pilgrims undertake lengthy in which they cover the entire route with consecutive full body prostrations.
Yeah, like this one here. Yeah. You seen this before? You seen this before? No. Yeah, they work.
yeah.
They work. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, well.
Mm. Mm. So this the bow in here. You see how they bow here. Yeah. Mm. Right there. So you seen them? They bound before prostration too at the temple. Most of them. Most okay.
They have a special board, I guess.
Yeah, the special board. But they don't have a special board. They bow down. Yeah. Was this a strength for you? The strength for you? They bow down. How about Miss Cherry? Is strength? It's first time you saw?
Yes.
Yeah, that's show dedication. Yeah. It take a lot of effort and sincerity. Tell me, you know how why do you bow? You know why? No.
Just show respect.
You know, Sam, why?
The respect, but also like to humility and like practice, like, you know, just like abandoning yourself and your pride.
Humble as.
About putting your head on the ground too.
But this one is about the whole body.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just basically, yeah, develop the humbleness, right? And show respect. That's all. And of course, in Muslim tradition, right, all of them bow down, right? They put their head down too. 5 times. 5 times. 5 times a day. The Christian just kneel down on the bench, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, you want to read, Sherry?
Basic to the practice of Buddhist pilgrimage is a recognition that mental cultivation can be enhanced by a break from the mundane habits of everyday life. When the pilgrim travels a great distance to reach a site, or instead visits a local shrine a few hours away from home, both the journey and the destination draw pilgrims out of the ordinary routines and engender a sense of heightened expectation. The importance of pilgrimage for Buddhists is perhaps especially fitting given the Buddhist choice of foundational metaphor. He and all who follow in his footsteps traverse the middle path that leads from the arising of suffering to a cessation.
You follow? Can you summarize?
That,
Yeah, this when
So the pilgrimage is, part of it is considered cultivation. And then, so part of cultivating your Buddha nature or your path, you're removed of a lot of your daily, lay people things, and you can concentrate on, the teachings of
here. Yes, here is I think we showed before. Here's this group of Tibetan people. They bow even on the road. They show their sincerity. That's their tradition. Even for us, you think it's dirty, right? Yeah. Yeah.
So those rocky paths that they do it into.
I like the one where they were like,
Yeah.
Is there a schedule? Is there a schedule? Like
No, it's up to them. Everyone has, if they want, they get bound in times.
It must have had a schedule though.
Yeah.
I went to Turkey and they had all the prayer. They like, you can hear it all over, like they say a prayer. It's got one of the speakers every.
So this is personal.
Yeah, personal spiritual practice. Not everyone.
Sir, they have to do like a million prostrations?
Yeah.
I can't remember how many, it's some like really high number.
Yeah, they make that type of numbers. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's why they can transform their arrogance and so also the attachment to the ego. All right. The next one here, Bodhigaya. Yeah. Tell me, please.
Bodhigaya is a site where Buddha became enlightened more than 2 millennia ago. It holds a special place in the sacred geography of Buddhism. It is located in the center of the Ngadisla middle country. The ground made holy by the Buddha's presence. And the Mahaya Parinirvana Great Nirvana Sutra, the Buddha tells his followers that after he passed away, they can attain merit and a noble rebirth by going on pilgrimage to the places where he was born, gain enlightenment, first taught, and finally passed away.
So we saw this one, right? This Bodhigaya now is the famous one. That's one of the most famous one. Million Buddhist people from everywhere go there. Yeah. Okay, here let's see. So they have all type of yeah, they have all kind of activities over there. That's built during the Ashoka period in 3rd century BC.
That was built in?
Yeah, he built that.
Oh, wow.
Is it in the back of this?
So the story is that he was under a tree?
Yeah, he sat, Buddha sat under the tree.
What kind of tree was it?
What we call the Buddha tree now. Is this some kind of
Big tree.
yeah, here, this one here. See the special trees here. Actually, this is the 3rd generation, not the original one. The 3rd generation. And see. And that's this tree here.
This is in
The Buddha tree. What do you call? No, in India. Yeah, in India. Yeah.
Of 4 generations descended from the original Bodhi tree. Buddhist pilgrims from all over the world visit the holy site of Bodh Gaya, and particularly Tibetan monks. These repeated exercises by the monks have been considered since ancient times as the most respectful form of prayer. At the roots of the sacred Bodhi tree is a diamond throne where Buddha is believed to have meditated.
Here, I put right there. We see that the thing that's right here. This is the place where he sat there, attend enlightenment.
Next to the throne is a large tower temple, over 50 meters high. This is the Ma Bodhi temple. The temple was originally built during the 3rd century BC and rebuilt a century later. However, a series of invasions led to the decline of Buddhism, and the temple fell into ruin until the site was rediscovered in the 19th century.
Inside.
This golden statue of Buddha portrays the moment when Buddha drove off evil spirits as he strived to attain enlightenment. The large tower, as it stands today, was reconstructed by the British at the end of the 19th century. Worshippers walk around the reconstructed tower in a clockwise direction. According to Indian tradition, it is respectful to approach a person or object with your right shoulder towards them. In order to get closer to Buddha's great wisdom and enlightenment, people continue to light candles to brighten the darkness.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah. I stayed there for 1 month. I went there in 1998.
Yeah.
I stayed there 1 month. It's so holy. Yeah. Okay, so good then. All right. Can you read this?
Since then, countless pilgrims have made their way from Bodhi Gaya to see the Bodhi tree, which is believed to be directly descended from the very one under which the Buddha attained enlightenment, making it the one living link between the Buddha and our Nirvana. Like the Buddha's begging bowl and monastic robe, it is understood as a relic of use. I'm not sure. That must be for the quotes.
Something.
Dhatu.
Yeah, something. You can say something.
Something which is holy because the Buddha used it during his lifetime. In the early days of Buddhism, a cutting from the tree was taken to Sri Lanka as a part of Ashoka's effort to transplant Buddhism to the island. Subsequent cuttings have been used to establish new tree shrines elsewhere.
Okay. You understand? Miss Kristen?
So some of the other things that they use for like the relics, of course, are and then they take the fig tree is really easy to transplant. You can just stick it in the dirt. So I guess they have the same like generations of the original tree because so many cuttings have been taken from it, and then just it's a clone. Those things, it's the same tree basically.
Yeah, actually.
So the cutting of the tree, the first one that went to Sri Lanka, is that from the original?
No, the original one was destroyed by one of the queens because of her jealousy. So because he went to with him, so after he left or he went somewhere else, she cut down that tree. But unfortunately, they brought a branch of the tree down to Sri Lanka. So that's when later on they brought another branch from that Sri Lanka Buddha tree back to India. That's why this third generation. So here Ashoka, Ashoka out brought the Buddha tree. to Sri Lanka. Right here, see this? This is image here. Yeah, she brought a branch, right, of this Bodhi tree to Sri Lanka. She was so basically someone he asked the Buddhist monk that what else can I give to the Sangha, the Buddhist communities? What's the most precious one that I could give to Buddhist communities? So the monk said, well, if you can give your children to let them to become Buddhist monk and nun. Yeah, he did. He encouraged the prince and princess, his son and his daughter to become Buddhist monk and nun. And his son, Mahinda, is considered as the Buddhist patriarch, the one that brought Buddhism from India to Sri Lanka now. Yeah, the first one. And this is his daughter, the princess, who became Buddhist nun. So she brought this Buddha tree to Sri Lanka. Yeah. Jerry, you follow, right?
Yes. Yes.
You can see all picture, right? Or image, right?
Yes.
All right. So
His bow and robes.
where's that?
What about his bow and his robes? I thought those were.
No, according to the history or legend, his robe and bow is still kept by Mahakashipa.
Because it said in the reading that they're relics. So that you would think that.
Yeah. So according to the legend, his robe and bow is still kept by one of his close disciples, and he's still in samadhi. He's still in meditation.
Is that the disciples out front next to?
Yeah. 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 Here, it's very famous one. Maha Shapa kept the Buddha robe and bow. That's one here. According to history. Yeah. So right now, okay. So basically, he's still in samadhi. He's still in meditation, and wait for the next Buddha to come to pass this Buddha robe and bow to.
He's in the cave.
Yeah, in the cave in India. Yeah. Yeah. For Maitreyi.
So is it the bloodline that's passing these relics down to the Buddha? Is that what's going on?
The bow, the robe and bow.
It was his disciple, his disciple.
Who's owning the relics now?
The Buddhist.
Oh, the previous Buddhist.
Yeah, showing them the Buddha's disciple,
Yeah.
staying in meditation until the future Buddha returns.
Oh, right here. This is a place here. This is a place where Mahakashipa stay, even in on that mountain, to wait for the next Buddha to come, so that he could pass the Buddha robe and bow. Right, this one here, robe and bow to the next Buddha. It's just a legend. We don't know. Okay. All right. So last one. Yeah, Mr. Kristen, you're the last one, please.
Right. The first building of the Bodh Gaya dates to the 3rd century BCE, when Ashoka set up a platform next to the Bodhi tree. A large decorated stone slab was placed directly on the spot where the Buddha sat in meditation. In the 1st century BCE, the site was enclosed by a stone railing similar to those other early Buddhist monuments. Among the numerous additions in later times, the most important was a large brick temple constructed adjacent to the tree in the 6th century on the orders of Mahanama, a monk from Sri Lanka with royal connections. The temple, known as Mahabodhi, was subject to repair, notably under the Pala kings of eastern India between the 8th and 11th century BC or CE. The later by pious Buddhists from other countries. inscriptions in Chinese and Burmese have been found at the site, and Tibetan texts mention pilgrims who come down to visit and stuff.
So again, this one, the early one. Yeah, this the early stuff. Yeah, how they built there. Yeah. So they renovate, right, in the first century BC and the 6th century BC. But later on, this was ruled for several centuries, from 13th century up to the 19th century. The early 20th century, there's one Buddhist, Sri Lanka Buddhist monk went there to renovate again. That's why this is nice now. Yeah. Otherwise, it's bad shape during those times between 13th century to 19th century, when the Muslim invade in northern part of India, so they destroy everything. Yeah, but somehow they could still have this stupa.
They invaded for that long period of time,
Huh?
for 600 years.
What's
They
that?
invaded for 600 years.
What's that?
Did you say 13 to 19?
The time frame for the invasion.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
renovation.
they started invading
Wow.
in like the Middle Ages, and I mean they still, I mean it's still there. I mean, basically, when the Muslims invaded northern India, they crushed Buddhism, and now Buddhism is not a common religion in India anymore. Like the parts that were the most Buddhist in India all got conquered by the Muslims, and so now that's why, like in India, it's mostly like Hindus and Muslims, with like a little bit of Buddhists and a little bit of Christians. Yeah, mostly in the north, which is where Buddhism started. Yeah, but but Buddhism spread east, fortunately, so it still exists.
Islam is still the fastest growing religion.
Yeah, so in the map, right? Let's see here. Let me share one more time before we end.
Whoa.
We're gonna conquer, yeah.
Afghanistan and Pakistan used to be a Buddhist kingdom called Kandahar.
Right here, see that? It's cover Afghanistan, Pakistan, right? But now it become a Muslim country, and later other country like Indonesia and so forth. Before Buddhism spread there, but still now become those Muslim country.
Like the Taliban blew up a bunch of old Buddhist statues, like just within like living memory, like in the Bush years. Like they blew up like a giant Buddhist statue.
Yeah, before September 11.
What was the second one?
Before that, it was like in the year 2000.
Okay, so there's time up now. Let's just stop. Mr. Cherry, right? Jesse or Cherry?
Sharice.
Okay, yeah, you follow us, right?
Yes.
Through our conversation. Can you hear all?
Yes.
Oh, that's great then. All right, so can you type here on the chat side that that your email one more time somehow? You got my email or no?
No.
Can you type your email?
I'll put it in now.
Thank you.